Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel today. Have you ever wondered if your time was counting down what things would truly matter? How precious would those things we postpone every day become? Today in our series If I Had 1 Year to Live, we'll explore the power of 30 minutes of daily exercise. Not to wallow in sadness or regret, but to awaken. To live fully in each present moment. These aren't just thoughts but a call to action. For you and me to live a life without regrets. Let's begin this journey together. I remember that day vividly. Sitting in my armchair mindlessly scrolling through my phone, feeling my body heavy and sluggish as if I had aged a decade overnight. I asked myself, if I only had exactly 1 year to live, would I continue living like this? The answer appeared with surprising clarity. No, I wouldn't waste another second. And the first thing I wanted to change was to dedicate 30 minutes each day to moving my body. You know, there's an interesting paradox about time and health. When we're healthy, we rarely appreciate it. But when faced with the prospect of limited time, suddenly feeling health and life in every cell becomes incredibly precious. 30 minutes each day, just 1/48th of a day, but with the power to completely transform the remaining 47 to 48. It's not about having a perfect body or living a few more years. It's about fully experiencing life with each breath, each heartbeat, each drop of sweat. I once heard a story about a man diagnosed with a terminal illness, given only months to live. The first thing he did was start running every morning. When asked why he was wasting his remaining time exercising, he simply replied, "Previously, I never had time to feel my body. Now I don't want to leave this world without having truly lived in my own body." The miracle was that after 6 months of consistent exercise and lifestyle changes, his condition improved unexpectedly. Doctors couldn't explain it, but perhaps his body had found a reason to keep fighting. If I had only 1 year left, I would want each of those 365 days to include 30 minutes where my body could live fully, move freely, dance joyfully, sweat honestly, and feel the strength and freedom that only movement can bring. But I don't have time. I'm too tired. I don't know where to start. I understand those feelings because those are exactly what I used to tell myself. But think about this. If a doctor told you that you only had 1 year left, would you find 30 minutes each day? Of course you would. When we know time is finite, our impossible becomes absolutely necessary. So how do we start and maintain a habit of 30 minutes of daily movement? Here's how I did it. Step 1. Don't seek perfection, seek joy. Forget about standard workouts. Ask yourself, what form of movement makes me feel alive? It might be dancing to music in your bedroom, walking in the drizzling rain, taking stairs instead of elevators, or simply playing with your children in the park. Remember, the goal isn't six-pack abs, but experiencing joy from your own body. Step 2. Turn 30 minutes into a gift, not an obligation. Instead of saying, I must exercise, say, I get to spend 30 minutes on myself. This completely changes your emotional relationship with exercise. It's no longer an obligation but a privilege, the privilege of feeling your body still healthy, still able to move. Step 3. The just 5 minutes rule. On days when you truly lack motivation, make a deal with yourself. I'll exercise for just 5 minutes, then I can stop. The magic is that once you've started for 5 minutes, you'll often want to continue. But even if it's just 5 minutes, that's still a victory. Step 4. Turn it into a sacred ritual. Choose a fixed time during your day. Perhaps morning when you wake up, lunch break, or evening before bed. Make those 30 minutes sacred time that nobody can infringe upon. Schedule it, turn off your phone, and respect the commitment to yourself as you would respect an important appointment. Step 5. Create a workout space no matter how small. You don't need a private gym. Just a small corner big enough for a yoga mat, or a path around your home for walking. Transform that space into your personal sanctuary, where you come daily to reconnect with your body. Remember, the biggest barrier isn't time or space, but our minds. When you truly decide that 30 minutes each day is a non-negotiable priority, all other barriers become small. There's something profoundly meaningful about thinking about physical movement in the context of a final year of life. It's no longer just about physical health but about a philosophy of living. 30 minutes of daily exercise teaches us that value lies not in the destination, but in the journey. There is no perfect tomorrow to start, only an imperfect today to improve upon. Each drop of sweat is not just how we purify our bodies, but how we purify our souls, washing away anxieties, fears, and self-imposed limitations. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates once said, "It is a shame for a person to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength their body is capable of achieving." These words still echo through thousands of years, reminding us that physical development is not just a privilege of youth, but a responsibility each of us has to the gift of life we've been given. When I exercise, I often think about the story of butterflies. Before a butterfly can fly freely, it must go through a painful struggle to escape its cocoon. Scientists discovered that if you try to help, by cutting the cocoon to make it easier for the butterfly to escape, it will never be able to fly. It's precisely that struggle that makes its body strong enough for its wings to function. Our lives are the same. 30 minutes of daily movement is 30 minutes of accepting difficulty, of pushing beyond our comfort zones to become stronger, not just physically but mentally. When you overcome the pain of holding a plank position, you're also training your ability to overcome other challenges in life. And here's the most wonderful thing. Through exercise, we learn that our body, which many people view as an enemy that needs to be fixed or perfected, is actually our most faithful companion. It has an amazing ability to recover and adapt, if only we treat it with respect and gratitude. If I had only 1 year to live, I would want to thank my body every day with 30 minutes of passionate movement. Because deep inside, I know that living intensely for a short time still means more than existing for a long time in numbness. Now I challenge you. For the next 7 days, dedicate 30 minutes each day to moving your body, as if this were your final year on Earth. Nothing complicated. It could be 30 minutes of walking at dawn, 30 minutes of dancing to your favorite songs, or 30 minutes of yoga in your living room. What matters isn't what you do, but how you feel while doing it. Ask yourself during each workout, if this were one of the last 365 times I get to move, how would I cherish it? And then truly live in those 30 minutes. This challenge isn't about burning calories or toning muscles. It's about experiencing life in its purest state, through a strong heartbeat, through deep breathing, through the sensation of sweat rolling on your skin. For those who are busy, divide the 30 minutes into 3 10-minute sessions. For beginners, be gentle with your body, but consistent with your commitment. For those already accustomed to exercise, work out with your entire heart and mind, not just your body. After 7 days, leave a comment sharing your experience. What has changed? Not just physically but in how you view time, health, and life. Life is not measured by the number of years we live but by how we live those years. Imagine 1 year from now looking back and smiling, because you didn't let precious things slip away without embracing them. 30 minutes each day seems so small in a lifetime, but can become the most important time of your day if you live fully within it. If this video has given you a new perspective, please leave a comment about your experience. Each like, each share is motivation for me to continue this series, spreading meaningful ideas to more people. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss the next episode in our series, If I Had 1 Year to Live. Because whether time is long or short, what matters most is how we use it. See you next week with the topic, If I had 1 year to live, I would write letters to those I love. Remember, each moment is a gift. Open it with complete appreciation.